What if I told you that the people with the cleanest homes in the world spend less time cleaning than you do? Not a fancy gadget, not an expensive robot vacuum, not even a cleaning service. It's something much simpler and much older, a set of habits that Japanese households have used for generations, long before minimalism became a hashtag. And before you think, sure, easy for them, they live in tiny apartments. Stick with me, because these 5 habits work just as well in a 3-bedroom house in Texas as they do in a 400 square foot apartment in Osaka. I'm going to show you exactly how, and by the end of this video, you'll have a simple plan you can start tonight. So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get into it. The first habit isn't even something you do, it's something you stop. In Japan, every home has a GENKAN, a small entryway, usually a step below the rest of the house, where shoes come off before anyone steps inside. Not a suggestion, not a request, a rule for everyone, every time. Here's why this matters more than you think. The bottom of your shoes can carry up to 400,000 bacteria. 400,000. Every trip to the gas station, the grocery cart, the gym floor, all of that comes home with you, and most of it ends up ground into your carpet and floors. Exactly where your kids play and your dog naps. Japanese homes don't fight that dirt with better mops. They simply don't let it in. How to apply it? You don't need to renovate anything. You need a system. A shoe rack right by the front door. Amazon and Walmart both have simple ones for under $30. A small bench, so people actually sit down and take their shoes off instead of kicking them off mid-stride. A basket of cozy slippers for guests, so it feels like a comfort, not a chore. Make it visual, make it easy, and people will use it, including you. Floors stay clean longer, vacuuming gets shorter, and carpets last years longer, because you're not grinding the outside world into them every day. This one cost you maybe $20 and an hour of setup. It's habit number 1 for a reason. The second habit is a mindset more than a task, and it comes from a word you might recognize from business. KAIZEN. Continuous improvement through small steps. Here's the problem with how most of us clean. We treat it as an event. Cleaning day is Saturday. Everything piles up all week, and then Saturday becomes 5 hours of scrubbing while you're exhausted, resentful, and wondering why you're spending your only day off on your knees in front of the oven. Sound familiar? Japanese homemakers don't really have cleaning day. They have cleaning moments, tiny actions, repeated daily, so small that none of them even feel like cleaning. The simplest version of this is the 2-minute rule. If something takes 2 minutes or less, do it right now. Wipe the stove after cooking. Squeegee the shower after a shower. A $5 squeegee from Target is all you need. Wipe the bathroom sink after brushing your teeth. Fold the blanket on the couch before bed. None of these feel like chores, but each one prevents a much bigger job later. That grease on the stove, 2 minutes today. Or 30 minutes next week once it's baked on. How to apply it? Pick your 3 biggest cleaning pain points. For most people, it's the kitchen, the bathroom, and the floors. For each one, find one tiny daily action that prevents buildup. Just one. Do it for 2 weeks before adding another. This isn't about being perfect. It's about spreading the work so thin you barely feel it. This third one is the concept I think will surprise you the most, because it's not really about cleaning at all. It's about waste. In Japan, there's a word, MOTTAINAI, that roughly translates to "what a waste," or "it's a shame to throw this away." It comes from a deep cultural respect for objects, resources, and effort, and once you understand it, you start looking at your cleaning supplies, and honestly, your whole house completely differently. Think about how much money the average household spends every month on cleaning products. A spray for the bathroom, a different spray for the kitchen, wipes for this, a special cloth for that. Most of it ends up half used under the sink, and most of it does the exact same thing. Cuts, grease, and kills bacteria. The MOTTAINAI mindset asks a simple question before you throw something away or buy something new. Have I actually gotten everything out of this? How to apply it? Start with your cleaning routine. White vinegar and baking soda, both just a couple of dollars at Dollar Tree or Walmart, handle the vast majority of household cleaning. Counters, sinks, glass, even laundry stains, for pennies compared to specialty sprays. An old t-shirt cut into squares becomes your microfiber cloth collection, or grab a multi-pack on Amazon for a few dollars if you want a fresh set. And that toothbrush that's done its job in your mouth, it has years of life left scrubbing grout and faucet edges. This isn't about being cheap. It's about not letting things go to waste. Your money, your stuff, and honestly, your time. Because fewer products to buy means fewer trips to the store and less clutter under your sink to manage in the first place. And here's the connection most people miss. MOTTAINAI and decluttering go hand in hand, which brings us to habit number 4. The fourth habit goes a level deeper than decluttering. It's called DANSHARI, and it's made of 3 ideas. Refuse what you don't need, discard what you don't use, and detach from your attachment to things. You've probably heard of Marie Kondo. Her famous method is actually rooted in the same philosophy. But DANSHARI isn't a one-time decluttering weekend. It's a permanent shift in how you relate to your belongings. Here's the truth nobody likes to say out loud. The more things you own, the more time you spend cleaning them, organizing them, moving them around, and feeling guilty about them. That pile of decorative items, every one of them needs dusting. That overstuffed closet, every time you open it, it stresses you out a little. Those kitchen gadgets you use twice, they're making the whole kitchen harder to clean. Every single day, Japanese homes feel clean partly because there's simply less to clean. Not because people own nothing, but because they're deliberate about what comes in. How to apply it? Try a 1-in, 1-out rule for a month. Anything new that comes in means something old goes out. And do what I'd call a guilt shelf audit. Walk through your home and notice what makes you feel a small pang every time you see it. The exercise equipment, the abandoned hobby supplies, the good dishes you never use. Those items aren't just taking up space, they're quietly taking up mental space too. Less stuff, less to clean, less to feel bad about. Let's get tactical for a minute because all of this philosophy needs to land somewhere real. And for most people, that's the kitchen and the bathroom. In the bathroom, after every shower, a $5 squeegee from Target on the glass and walls takes 30 seconds and prevents almost all of the soap scum and hard water buildup that makes deep cleaning a nightmare. Keep a small toilet brush within reach, another Dollar Tree staple. In the kitchen, the Japanese approach is clean as you go. While something simmers, you wipe the counter. While water boils, you put ingredients away. By the time you're done cooking, the kitchen is basically done too. A thin layer of foil along your stove's edges. Dollar Tree sells stove drip pan liners for almost nothing. Catches splatter. Just peel it off and replace it instead of scrubbing baked-on grease. Notice how all 4 habits show up here at once. GENKAN keeps dirt out, KAIZEN keeps the small stuff from piling up, MOTTAINAI means you're using cheap, simple tools instead of a dozen products, and DANSHARI means there's less clutter on the counter to work around in the first place. They're not separate systems. They reinforce each other. So here's the last idea. And honestly, it's the one that ties everything together, because none of these habits work if you try to do all of them perfectly starting tomorrow. There's a Japanese word, GANBARU, that's hard to translate exactly, but it means something like, keep going, do your best, don't give up, quietly, without drama, without needing anyone to notice. That's the spirit behind all of this. Nobody's home looks like a magazine spread every single day. The GENKAN doesn't always stay perfectly organized. Some days, the 2-minute rule slips. That's not failure. That's just life. GANBARU isn't about intensity. It's about not stopping. Showing up again tomorrow, doing the small thing again, even when it's imperfect. A clean home isn't a reflection of how hard you work today. It's a reflection of small things, done consistently, without needing to be perfect. That's the real secret. Not a product, not a routine you'll abandon in 2 weeks, but a quiet, steady kind of effort that compounds over time. So here's your homework, starting today. Set up a simple shoe station by your front door. Pick one 2-minute habit for your kitchen, your bathroom, and your floors. Walk through your home and find 5 things you can let go of this week. And try replacing one cleaning product with vinegar, baking soda, or an old t-shirt. You don't need to do all 5 habits perfectly tomorrow. Just pick one and GANBARU. Keep going. If this helped you, subscribe.